Hi, and welcome to an episode of the Arizona Lottery Gives Back storytelling series, where everyday Arizonans share short stories about the moment that changed their lives. These shows are meant to make you feel a little more connected to your community and to the nonprofits and programs the lottery supports that make life richer in Arizona for all of us. This story is about parenting, celebrating the Arizona Lottery's commitment to health and human services, and in particular, their support of foster children across Arizona.
So I grew up in the 70s and 80s, just some pretty conservative boomer parents. And I know that my mom had a lot of expectations as far as what they thought a daughter should be, and I didn't really fit that mold. For example, like Care Bears and Barbies, couldn't stand them. I was not a girly girl. I'd much rather be playing, kickball in the streets with the boys or playing video games, climbing trees. And as I got older, it definitely caused a lot more friction, but especially between my mother and I. And so the story I want to tell is really about the culmination of a lot of those expectations, how it played out into adulthood, but how ultimately it's actually helped me become a better parent. So after high school, I moved to New York City. New York City was a pretty scary place for my parents. I lived there for 10 years. They never came out to see me except one time. My mom came out to see me. I was in my mid 20s. And I know that at the time she was taking all kinds of mental notes. I had cut my hair short, had a little pixie cut. I had four roommates. One of them was gay. At one point, we took her to this bar called Lucky Chang's. If you are from New York City, you may know this. It's a really well-known transvestite bar. We told her it was a sister restaurant to PF Chang's. I thought it was hysterical. Anyway, so later on in the year, that holiday season, so this is the holiday season after that summer, I go home and I really mastered the 4-day weekend, because usually on day 3 or day 4 is when my parents crazy starts to come out. So I can usually just nip it in the bud by saying, got a flight to catch. So this particular holiday season, it was great. I got to see all my siblings. I'm especially close with my youngest brother. We're 16 years apart, but we share a lot of similar characteristics. And I got to see my friends. It was a really good time. So it's the last day that I'm there, and I'm in my room packing. And my dad comes in and he says, Kim, your mother and I would like to talk to you for a minute. Would you mind coming in our bedroom? So I was like, sure. So I stop unpacking and I go in the bedroom, and I can immediately tell it is like serious conversation mode. They're both sitting on the couch, hands folded. And I go sit down across from them. And I think initially, like, I cracked some joke like, are you guys still mad about prom? My dad's like, no, 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 we're over that. But Kim, we're your parents, and we love you very much. And if there's anything that you ever wanted to tell us, you can. And so there's this kind of awkward pause, like they're waiting for me to say something. And I'm like racking my brain. I can't think of anything. And my dad says, so there's all these like awkward pauses. And finally my dad goes into this weird like word association game of password, because he can't just come out and ask me. So he says, closet. And I said, do I leave something in the closet last time I was here? And then he says, in the. And I put those two words together, closet, in the closet. And for a split second, I think, oh my God, my dad is coming out to me. No, this is about me. So I look at both of them and I said, are you guys asking, do you think that I'm gay? And they both kind of pause, like waiting for me to continue the conversation. And I said, no, I'm not. And my dad says, well, are you sure? And I said, why? I'm curious. Why do you guys think that I'm gay? Is it because I'm in my mid late 20s and don't not married, don't have 3 kids like you do, or the short hair? And my dad says, well, and one of your roommates, your mom was saying that she was gay. And I said, well, yeah, but being in the same proximity of a gay person doesn't make you gay. And short hair doesn't make you gay. And so we kind of we go back and forth. We're, getting to these arguments, and it's really weird. And finally, my mom says, well, Kim, it's what a relief, because if you were gay, I don't know, we would allow you to see your little brother again. And that cut me pretty deep. my mom's bark was often worse than her bite. I don't know if she really would have followed through with it or not, but she still said it and it still hurt. So then I got really pissed and I'm like, mom, dad, there are gay and queer people all around you. They're at your grocery store, at your airports. Mom, you watch gay people on TV. And her mom's like, no, 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 no. She's like, Kim, gay people live in San Francisco or New York City, and I certainly don't watch gay people on TV. And I was like, really? Rosie O'Donnell is gay. And she's like, Kim, she is not gay. She's a funny lady, as if being funny and gay have some kind of correlation. So we're going back, and then I finally said, oh, Barry Manilow is also gay, mom, because I knew that would crush her. She really liked him. And she's like, Kim, I just saw him on the HBO. He was singing to hundreds of women. And I said, yeah, I know, but did you know that they actually had to bust those women in so that the camera guy had someone else to cut to other than other gay men? That's a true story, by the way. I had a friend that worked as a production manager on that concert. So anyway, I'm really upset and I kind of storm out and my dad says, wait, 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 it's the holiday season. We wanted to give you some money. And I said, you can keep your money. But then I turned around and I said, you know what, Dad, actually, I could use your money, but if you could make out a check to Diane Spear, make it out for $150. She's my therapist, and that's for 2 sessions worth, which is how much this conversation is going to cost me. So if you wouldn't mind paying for it, that would be awesome. And my dad says, therapy? You're in therapy? Lana, did you know that she was in therapy? Well, I just don't know why you need to be in therapy. Is she a gay therapist? So I was so frustrated and so angry. So I end up leaving and just really I can't just that my parents would do that, and I thought it was just so effed up. So years later I ended up meeting Kevin, who is my husband today, and we have 2 beautiful children, Holden and Maddie. And I always thought to myself, you know what, if my daughter wants to have short hair, so be it. If she wants to play sports, never wants to have play with dolls or Barbie, so be it. She can be whoever she wants to be. But what I was also doing without realizing it was that I was also kind of projecting sort of my gender biases on her because I thought like I would probably get a daughter that was more like me. But what I got was someone in between. She loves playing volleyball, but she can also belt out a tune from Frozen. So she really loves pretty and girly things, but she also likes the playground and likes playing sports. So at one point, she couldn't have been older than like 3 or 4 years old. I'm heading out the door and I'm wearing like tennis shoes and a skirt. I mean, something you play tennis in. And she goes, Mommy, that dress is beautiful. And I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And I'm like, oh my God, if this is like her bar for what it means to be really pretty and feminine, I have like so much work to do. So from that point, I have like gone out and we've gone dress shopping together and gotten our nails done together. And we've probably done like I've probably got on more dresses, more heels, and more makeup more than I ever did before that to really help her become the best version of herself. And when I look back on my parents and that experience, you know, I think that they were doing the best that they knew how to do and trying to understand. Granted, it was really misguided and judgmental, but I think ultimately it's kind of helped me become more conscientious and aware to really helping my kids be the best version of themselves. Thank you.